You know what? I think there's something wrong with the water too. But it's not the vodka. Vodka makes everything better. According to the National Water Commission, they supply Jamaicans with over 190 million gallons of water per day. Close to 40% of that is consumed. The rest is used for irrigation purposes. Now, this life-sustaining, refreshing, calorie-free fluid that is essential to our health, convenient to carry around. Well, let me tell you this. If you are drinking that from your tap, you are only undermining your health. More and more recently, people have begun to question, is it safe to drink the water from the tap? The answer is no. Clear, simple, no. You shouldn't even be drinking bottled water. But guess what? That's a totally different speech. Take my foolish advice. Get a filter. But tap water has been around from as long as we can remember. But if you're as curious as I am, you're probably asking yourself, why drink filtered water? I mean, you've been drinking the tap water all your life and it hasn't done anything, right? It may seem insignificant now, but a filter removes more contaminants in water than a lot of the bottled water we drink. Also, a filter system process produces mineral-enriched water. Do you know what that is? The most healthiest form of water you can consume. And this will come as a surprise to you. A filter system will reduce the occurrence of eczema flare-ups in your children and even in adults. Yes, that's one less visit to the physician. The National Center for Scientific Research confirms that our tap water is filled with countless microorganisms. These microorganisms range from nuclear materials, pesticides, heavy metals, fluoride compounds, and the chlorine residue. Yes, that same residue that blocks up your pipe system over time. These contaminants contribute to several health concerns, including allergy symptoms, premature hair loss, and other diseases due to the water weakening your immune system. Installing a filter system will not only reduce your internal toxic load and improve your body's natural performance, but it will also improve your body's ability to deal with these allergy symptoms and also reduces the likelihood of cellular damage. This is the same cellular damage that results in cell mutation that causes cancer. So let us think about it for a second. What we now think is clean drinking water. Come with me. Our drinking water travels through miles and miles of pipelines, picking up all kinds of contaminants, pesticides, industrial runoffs along the way. It is being disinfected with potential carcinogens like chlorine, ammonia, and then it's fortified with fluoride. While disinfection is necessary, drinking and showering every day in this chemical brew is not a good idea. I mean, who wants premature hair loss? Who wants to deal with kidney failures? And even more terrifying, nobody wants to deal with cancer. Now, we all want to do what is most healthy for our bodies, and drinking water is one of the most inexpensive ways to accomplish that. Water filters use filtration methods such as absorption and carbon activated. This produces water that is mineral enriched. Drinking water low in mineral content conclusively show that it has a negative effect on functions in the body that control water and mineral metabolism. This kind of imbalance increases urine output, which leads to the loss of calcium, magnesium, and potassium, and thereby changing the mineral balance in the body. Compare that to drinking water that is mineral enriched. The World Health Organization stated that mineral-enriched water is vital to our health and well-being, with health benefits ranging from better digestion to detoxification of the body. For example, in digestion, consumption of filtered water will prevent the excess absorption of sugars as well as harmful chemicals. This eventually promotes proper metabolism and regular bowel movements. In detoxifying your body, your kidneys require a good amount of pure water. This is very important. Kidneys can flush out the toxins from your body only if it gets fresh water. I'm sure we all agree that everything we put into our body affects us in some way or another. This also applies to anything we put on our skin. As I had mentioned before, there are hundreds of ways for tap water to become contaminated, including chemicals leaching into the water system, and with the addition of disinfecting chemicals like chlorine and chloramine, which are abrasive toxins, this can irritate human skin. Eczema is one such skin condition that is greatly affected by the type of chemicals that are introduced into the body, whether it's internal or external. But there are many ways to treat it. Skin lotions, topical creams, even prescriptions, they only treat the symptoms, not the cause. So for people who want treatment for eczema, understanding the impact that tap water has on your health is of utmost importance. There have been several studies that have noted the relationship between contaminants found in tap water and eczema flare-ups in children and adults. If you notice your child's eczema just does not get better, even after visiting the doctors and using the recommended prescriptions, this is your challenge. Change the water, get a filter, and like me, you'll immediately start to notice the difference. I will share a personal experience with you. My daughter, she was born full head of hair, the whole works. We lived in a rented space that came with a filter system, and of course we took it for granted. But we still kept the filter system, did our cartridge change, everything. Fast forward 2 years into that, we moved into our own home, and we did take it for granted. We did not apply a filter system right away. Mind you, my daughter did have eczema at the time, but we have never had flare-ups. It was just small amounts of dry scalp here and there. So we moved in, and a few months later, the dry scalp got totally out of control. We were back and forth at the doctors for months and months, and there was just no resolution. The hair just started to get thinner, and eventually she started to have bald spots. That is when I decided no more. We took her to a dermatologist / skin specialist, and while I sat there and she drilled me with questions about her dietary changes, and I assured her nothing changed, absolutely nothing changed as far as what she ate. And we went through quite a number of things, and one final question she asked me, what about the water? What kind of water does she drink? And I just sat there for a second. I was completely stunned, because then I'm thinking, the water is new to all of us, so how come it's only affecting her? And I said it to her. I said, we moved possibly about 6 months ago, and she's like, do you have a filter? And I'm like, no. She says, you must always have a filter. And I am telling you, it was such a wake-up call for us. We got some minor prescriptions, just some antibiotics, and the same day I went and got one of the whole house setups, installed the filter system on the taps, everything by the end of the week, and within 2 weeks the scabs over the bald spots started to go away. After a month, we started to see hair follicles growing back into the bald spots, because there were so many bald spots at this point. It was so heartbreaking. But I'm telling you, after 3 months of the filter system, her hair started to spring up back. There was no more dry scalp, no more bald spots. 6 months later, The hair is all back there. All the hair has come up back. It's growing back beautifully now. We will never go back to the tap water. And in saying that as well, it tells you that you won't really know who it will affect, because it didn't affect me and it didn't affect anybody else in the household but my daughter, because she already had the eczema and it created the flare up. The tap water or contaminants that were in the tap water was what created the flare up and for it to spiral out of control. The water filtration system, it is simple, it is a no-brainer, it is the best way to prevent toxic chemicals and from entering your body, and everybody, I believe everybody should do it. After all, your morning showers should not include daily exposure to chlorines, carcinogens, vaporized chemical contaminants being absorbed into your skin, your hair, for those who wash their hair in the mornings. And without a water filter, that is what you're getting. All of those chemicals seeping into your skin, into your hair scalp, and you just never know when it is going to affect you. Getting a filter system is so easy. It depends on what you want, how much you plan on spending. They range from whole house filter systems to simple filter water jugs, or you can just put the filters on your taps in the house. I recommend the Aquasana filter system or the Pure filter system. The Pure brands are considerably cheaper than the Aquasana. However, the Aquasana filters allow you longer time in between filter change. Both brands, whether you choose a whole house filter or simple tap filters, are extremely easy to install. I am no plumber, and I was able to purchase the items needed, and with the help of YouTube videos, I was able to connect my own house filter and add the tap filters to all the taps in my house with absolutely no help from anybody else other than YouTube videos. So with everything that is going against our health these days, I want to make sure that if it's even that one thing I am doing to ensure my body performs better, I want you to rethink what you are drinking and get a filter. Let's drink to that.